Most people think they can't save money because they don't earn enough. But I saved over $10,000 without getting a raise. No side hustle. No lottery win. I didn't even sell anything. What I did was simple, but almost nobody talks about it. If you've ever felt like saving money is impossible, like no matter how hard you try, your bank balance never grows, you're not lazy. And you're definitely not alone. You've just been using systems that are designed to fail. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 strategies that completely changed my financial life, fast. These aren't gimmicks or quick fixes. They're backed by science, they work in the real world, and you can start using them today. Let's get into it.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never...
Build a trap for your future self.
Most people try to save money using willpower. They tell themselves, next time, I'll do better. But here's the truth, you can't rely on motivation, because motivation fades. If you want real results, you need to outsmart yourself. That's where something called the Ulysses contract comes in. It's basically a way for your present self to create traps, so your future self doesn't mess things up. It might sound extreme, but trust me, it works. Let me give you an example. There was a time when I kept overspending on things I didn't even need. So I gave my debit card to a close friend and said, "Don't give this back unless I hit my savings goal this month." It wasn't about discipline. It was about creating friction. Because here's the deal, the harder it is to spend, the more likely you are to save. Some people even go further. They freeze their credit cards inside a block of ice. Others literally cut up their cards and force themselves to order a new one if they want to buy something. It might sound crazy, but it works. Why? Because it breaks the automatic habit loop that leads to mindless spending. If you want to save more, make spending just a little bit more painful. You can create external traps, like handing someone $50 they get to keep if you overspend. Or internal ones, like uninstalling shopping apps or deleting your saved cards from websites. Don't try to fight temptation with willpower. Remove it. Delay it. Make it inconvenient. This isn't about self-control. It's about building a system that protects you from yourself.
Automate everything.
Let me tell you something that changed the way I manage money forever. Every dollar I touch is already assigned a job, before I can mess it up. See, most people try to save money by tracking things manually, writing stuff down. Or trying to remember due dates and transfer money when they feel ready. But here's the problem, our brains get tired. After a long day, the last thing we want is to make more decisions. That's why most people break their budget at night or at the end of the month. Your brain gets tired. Automation never does. That's why I automated everything. When my paycheck comes in, a portion of it goes straight into my retirement account before I even see it. The rest lands in what I call my command center account. From there, the money gets divided again automatically. A fixed amount goes into my emergency fund, another into long-term savings. And all my bills and subscriptions get paid using a credit card, which is also set to autopay from the same account. I don't touch a thing. It just happens, on autopilot. And guess what? I save more than ever, without doing more work. If you're still trying to save by relying on willpower, you're setting yourself up to fail. But if you build a system that works even when you're tired, you win every time.
Delay your desires.
Sometimes, the biggest threat to your savings isn't a big emergency. It's small, impulsive spending, done over and over again. And the worst part? You don't even realize it until your account is almost empty. That's where the 30-day rule changed everything for me. It's simple. Want something? Write it down. Wait 30 days. That's it. See, when you want to buy something, your brain releases dopamine, the chemical that makes you feel good. But most of that dopamine doesn't come from owning the thing. It comes from the anticipation of getting it. That's why, 2 weeks after buying something new, it already feels boring. I've experienced it too many times, super excited about a new gadget or upgrade, only to forget it existed a few days later. But once I started using the 30-day rule, everything changed. Whenever I wanted to buy something, I just added it to my not now, but maybe later list on my phone. That alone gave me the mental satisfaction of doing something about the urge. Then I'd wait. And you know what happened? 90% of the time, I completely lost interest. It wasn't a need. It was just a feeling, one that passed. And this rule alone has saved me thousands of dollars on things I thought I wanted, but didn't.
Replace, don't accumulate.
Here's a rule that helped me stop spending on things I didn't actually need. If you're not replacing something broken, you're probably just adding clutter and draining your wallet. It's called the one in, one out rule. The idea is simple: before you buy something new, ask yourself, am I replacing something that's broken, worn out, or no longer fits my life? If not, you probably don't need it. Let me tell you a quick story. Last winter, I decided I needed a better coat. So I looked online and found a new one for $400. It looked great until I tried it on. The material felt paper thin. It didn't even keep me warm. Total letdown. A week later, I stopped by a thrift store and found a vintage wool coat, 100% wool, made in the USA. It was warm, high quality, and only cost me $12. That coat is still the best purchase I've made in years. Sometimes, secondhand is not just cheaper, it's better. Old school quality often beats what's on the market today. So here's the habit. Only buy something new if you're replacing something else. And when you do, try secondhand first. And once you've made the purchase, let the old item go, donate it, sell it, or recycle it. Because saving money isn't just about buying less. It's about buying with intention.
Create your money map.
One of the main reasons people struggle to save money is simply because they don't know where their money is going. That was me too, until I built something I now call my money map. It's not a complex budget. It's a simple, visual way to see exactly what your money is doing. And it's built around just 4 numbers. I call them the 4 C's. First, there's capital. This is your take-home pay after taxes. The real money that lands in your account. Second, core needs. This includes essentials like rent, groceries, utilities. The bare minimum you need to live. Third, the choice bucket. This is your lifestyle money. Dining out, entertainment, shopping. The stuff you choose, not need. And finally, compound. This is your wealth builder. Anything that grows your future, savings, investments, or paying down debt. When you know these 4 numbers, you stop guessing. You stop wondering where your money went, because now you can see it. Building a money map helped me spot exactly where I was overspending. And more importantly, where I was underinvesting in my future. And the best part? You can do this with a simple spreadsheet, or even a notebook. Just divide your income across the 4 C's and get a clear picture of your financial life. Because when you know where every dollar goes, it finally stops disappearing.
Audit like a CEO.
Saving money isn't always about cutting back. Sometimes, it's about catching the money that's silently leaking out. Let me tell you what happened to me. A while ago, I signed up for a wine subscription, 14 bottles for just $60. I don't even drink wine that often, but hey, it was a deal. After getting the first shipment, I canceled right away, or so I thought. 2 months later, I checked my account and saw a charge for $250. No wine, no warning, just money gone. And I never would have noticed if I hadn't done what I now call my quarterly audit. Most people bleed slowly through forgotten subscriptions, unused services, or silent fees. And they don't even realize it. Here's how to audit like a CEO. First, export your last 3 months of bank and credit card statements into a spreadsheet. Next, use conditional formatting to highlight repeated charges. Those are your subscriptions. Now go through each one. Ask yourself, do I still use this? If not, cancel it, and don't be afraid to email customer service and request a refund. You'd be surprised how often they say yes. Then, look for any charges that feel off, fees you don't remember, charges you didn't expect. Sometimes it's a forgotten trial. Sometimes it's a hidden bank fee. Either way, call them. Just like a CEO questions every line of a company's budget, you should question every cent of your own. This simple habit, just once every 3 months, can save you hundreds. And more importantly, it puts you back in full control.
Stack your habits.
Most people fail to save, not because they don't know what to do, but because they can't stay consistent long enough to see results. That's where habit stacking comes in. Instead of forcing yourself to create new routines from scratch, you simply attach a small money habit to something you already do every day. For example, I make coffee every single morning, it's automatic. So while the coffee brews, I take 30 seconds to open my banking app and review my transactions from the day before. No stress, no overwhelm, just a quick check-in. You already brush your teeth every day. You already scroll your phone. You already commute to work. Attach a money habit to those brainless routines. Review your budget while brushing your teeth. Transfer $5 to savings after every social media session. Track your expenses during your commute. The key is to make money management invisible, but constant. Because saving isn't just about big sacrifices. It's about building systems that become part of your life, without feeling like extra work.
What you can do today.
Let's recap what you've learned today. 7 proven strategies to help you save money faster, without relying on motivation alone. You learned how to trap your future self before bad habits take over. You discovered how automation makes saving effortless. You saw how delaying purchases kills 90% of impulse spending. You replaced mindless buying with intentional upgrades. You mapped your money to know exactly where it goes. You audited like a CEO, catching silent leaks. And you stacked small habits into your daily routine. Saving $10,000 isn't a fantasy. It's a formula. But only if you commit. Don't try to do everything at once. Just start with one strategy and stick with it for a week. Then build from there. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's the first thing you'll start doing today to save faster? Let me know in the comments. I read every one of them. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and check out the next one where I show you how to turn your savings into real wealth.
As you fade away,
yeah, I'm about to fade away. Cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in